Hi, I'm Alicia from My Work Basket. Recently, I got a big box of vintage sewing and crafty supplies off of eBay. And I've been waiting and waiting to write about it, talk about it on my blog, and show off all the really cool stuff I got. But there's a lot of really cool stuff in there. So I thought instead of taking like 500 photos and typing like a million words to talk about everything, let's just do a quick video. Not exactly sure how quick it'll be, but here we go. I got this package from Me Mows Memories. That's how it is if you spell it out, like me mows the grass, memories. She has got some other cool vintage stuff on there right now, including this really amazing pair of like Victorian witchy looking boots. One thing that she did in my package that I thought was really great was she actually put stuff into like sealed bags, kind of based on the theme of what was in there. So there's like a themed baggie of vintage gadgets, and there's one of just wibbly bits, as I'll call them. Mostly dressmaker's pencils and some measuring tapes. I mean, she just kind of packaged everything up together really nice for me. Here's one that was just buttons and snaps, and that has nothing to do with the package. So some of the items I was super excited about are not actually in their little plastic baggies anymore. But this was one of the reasons I got it. Although I have every size of needle tatting needle available, I was like, well, that adds some value. They're kind of expensive. Duplicates wouldn't hurt. But what was actually in the package was another item I was excited about. This Irma looper, which is used for one needle knitting. That's what they call it. It's similar to a K-Tel knitter, which is something I've talked about on my website before. It's a handy little tool. I like those things. So I was kind of excited to get that, and that was one of the other reasons I decided to bid on this. I also got, and this was not in the package anymore, a set of Speedy embroidery needles. And each needle has a handle and a different tip that looks like a punch needle tip. And it even comes with these really, really old, fragile looking instructions. I think this is one of the items I couldn't find any date on them, but I've seen it advertised in magazines as far back as like the 40s and 50s. That doesn't mean that's when these are from, but okay, so let's grab a baggie. This one is not the most exciting, but I thought this was really neat. It's a paper measuring tape, compliments of Montgomery Ward. And this staple is actually the original, like, seal it shut staple. So this is exactly what you would have been handed. Never been opened. There was a massive amount of different, fairly modern dressmaker's pencils and just different quilting pencils, template pencils, marking pencils. I mean, really, the marking pencils, and I'll just keep going. Here's a kind of an older set, only 39 cents. Hot iron. I mean, just a lot of different kinds of pencils. Also in this baggie was several of these old guys. Quite a few of those. Nice little 6-inch ruler from Laps Sewing and Machine Sales and Service. That was kind of neat. Another little plasticky fabric tape. So that's one of the least exciting baggies in the package. I just dropped a pencil on the floor. Sorry, if I don't pick it up, the kitten will get it. One of the kind of disappointments was that this was in the package, but it doesn't actually have the rug needle attached to it. But there are other rug needles in here. So let's open this gadgety bag for you. So a basting tack remover. An old $1 buttonhole maker. Taylor's chalk. This is actually one of my favorite styles of chalk to use. Easy to attach rhinestones with settings. 36 of them for just 25 cents. Now, if you sew now, you know they're a whole lot more than 25 cents. A higher step up seam ripper. An erasing shield. Modern day tapestry needles. Another one of these guys. See, here's one of the, like more like a rug punch needle. There's a couple of them in there, but I don't think any of them are the same brand as that one package, which I thought was kind of funny. So there's another one of those, and a classic latch hook. I love this color on this old seam ripper. Quite a few wheelie guys. This one's one of my favorite. Once again, I just kind of love the color on that. I love that it also has like the pressing tool built right in. So you have the transfer pencil, the pressing tool. And the Scholl & Sons needlepoint pattern tracer, which is the same thing, only much, much, much spikier. Very needly. So that's kind of the gadget bag with some fun stuff in it. Let me put this away or I'll run out of space. If you ever bid on 5 pounds of sewing stuff, be warned, it's a lot of stuff. So this one is the kind of wibbly bits. Lots of like elastic. I got quite a few packages of hose supporters in different styles and shapes, and quite a bit of skirt belting. Elastic sewing thread, 36 yards for 25 cents. Quite a few bra back things, shoulder straps, more hose supporters. So most of this bag is just kind of stuff like that. Shoulder straps, things to repair bras, bra backs, lots and lots of skirt bands. So that's what's in most of the wibbly bits. There's 1 or 2 packages of these hose supports that I really thought were pretty cute and kind of funny, but just digging through, I can't find them. And I don't need to show you 200 different hose supports. So let's move on to the next bag. It had 2 books in the box. They're still sealed. So it had Sewing Simplified, which I checked the date on it, but now I can't quite remember. Copyright 1950 for the Sewing Simplified. And this patterns alteration was actually issued by the Bureau of Human Nutrition and Home Economics by the United Research. And this one, if I remember correctly, was actually like 1945, issued April 1945. So I was thinking 46, but so I know the items in this package go back to at least the 1940s, which is pretty fun. I'll save the buttons for last because I haven't actually opened that bag myself yet. Some rug braiding tools. I already have a set of these, but it's always nice to have more. This one has lots of more modern items, needle kits. In fact, this bag is almost entirely needles and pins. So there's quite a few of like the more modern stylings. One thing I was really excited about is I have a certain size and shape of needle that I like for weaving in my knitting ends and crochet ends. And there's quite a few of them in here. It's got kind of the pointed tip. This package labels it as a packing needle, but I just love using those for weaving in ends. I think this one actually broke in the time that I've had it. There's quite a few of these needle books. Quite a few old needle books. Here's one of the same that's still connected. So most of the needle books have gotten a little more busted up over the years. Some of them have gotten a little more busted up in just their couple of weeks with me. There's so many little needle books. This is one of my favorite little packs. Compliments of your Sun Life Insurance Agent. I mean, you got little tiny packs, Lion Brand Sharps. I mean, just so many little packs of needles. Some more modern, like glass pins. Space Age embroidery and crewel needles. Which, this one had something sticky on the back, and so stuck to the back of it were these nickel-plated Sheffield quality, Sheffield steel. Studley, England. It's a cute little package. Lots and lots of needles. This one was the Speedle. You run it through that loop at the edge of lace in order to gather the lace. One of those. So there's just a lot of different needles. A ballpoint bodkin. Several of these 10-cent older bodkins. Bodkins are so super handy. Like, I never mind having a million of them. So mostly this is needles, pins and needles, beeswax holder. So everything in here goes from pretty much the 40s until now. One of these needle books, I was able to, so the one with the ship one that says copyright 1952. So I know some of the needles go back at least that far. My son wants to show you our cat. Say hello, Kismet. Woo! And then he's trying to knock over a cutting board on me. And so the last bag is these buttons and snaps, which, like I said, I haven't actually opened myself. I needed some snaps recently on a project when I made my sunbonnet. I think that was April. And I couldn't find any snaps anywhere. I have a whole bag of snaps in my craft room, and I just could not find them and could not find them and could not find them. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy this because it has snaps. So there's just quite a few sheets of snaps. Penny Made Snap Faster with the Sure Fit hole. That one's kind of cute. A lot of times on these older items, you can tell just based on the price. I mean, this pack of snaps is 4 cents. I know there hasn't been snaps for 4 cents in my lifetime. There's another older set. Some buttons. Hook and eye. Skirt and hook eyes. 29 cents. A couple of those in here. More of these star snaps in all different sizes. This one's kind of a neat one. The Woolco snaps. Buttons. Most of these buttons are not all that old or amazing. But they do the trick as buttons. So, I mean, these alone, those were definitely worth the money because they're not cheap to buy. More buttons and skirt and eye hooks. Some nobility snaps. Just lots of different snaps in here. I'm trying to see if there's any really kind of amazing buttons, but mostly it seems to be snaps and snap fasteners. This is looks like a pretty old little package. Woolco again. So yeah, mostly lots and lots of snap fasteners from different. Oh, I'm going to show this one just because I love peacocks. So we have peacock snap fasteners. Tell you one thing, I have snaps now in just about every size I can need. Look at how big those are. So anyway, that's all the stuff that was in my giant package of craft and vintage sewing stuff. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow my YouTube, as I will occasionally post videos like this there. Be sure to follow my blog if you like vintage stuff or vintage crafts. And thank you for watching. Have a great day.